Hello, hello. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys doing all right? Out in YouTube land? So let's see who we've got here. I said hello to some people, but hello, Living a Rogue Life. Hello, Lori's World. Hello, Kyle. Vision Acres. Adventures on the Homestead. Oops, sorry about that. Had a little bit of a glitch there. I hit two keys at once and it closed my window. Sorry about that. Hello, Casey Ormsby Farms, Annette at the Cow Emporium, Mr. Blue Collar Homestead, Jackie Sailor, Simply Jan. Yeah, I'm back, everybody. I'm back. Don't you worry. I was trying to maneuver something and I hit two things at once. You know, when you hit two keys and something happens, well, it closed out my live and opened up a new window. So I had to come back. So sorry about that. Hello, Freddie Farm and HVAC. Hello, Gwen at Broke Cowgirl. Hello, Susie Jacobson. Let's see what Nightbot's got going on. I put Nightbot in there to try and figure out some things. Huh. I'll have to figure that out. Bear with me a second while I open that up, okay? I should have had that open when I started. Because I feel like it's blocking somebody and I don't want that to happen. Okay, so I got to work out a few things here. Hang on a minute. Bear with me, guys. Huh. I don't know why. I have everything enabled. Anyway, I'll work on that later. I don't want to do that now. So I'm sorry, guys. Hey, at the Homesteading Pastor. Hello, Mejia's Ranch, Gagne Farms, Andale Homestead. Yeah, I don't know why Nightbot is not happy with that stuff. Homesteading Pastor, don't take it personally, please. I tried to put Nightbot in here and I enabled a lot of stuff. I only blocked a few things and a few people, wink, wink, if you know what I mean. And it's not the people in here. It's the people that keep popping up in chats everywhere. So that's why I put it on. So anyway, hello, everybody. We're going to do a quick mail call. Sorry it took me so long to get started. Going to do a quick mail call, and then we're going to bring our guests up. So I went to my P.O. box, and we got a bunch of stuff. We got a magnet from Boots and Bounty Homestead. So awesome. And we got some business cards from Boots and Bounty. Thank you, thank you. Hello, Brenda Baker. Yeah, it's all the caps and people's names. Yeah, I get it. Thanks, Lori. Got a cute little sticker from Hedgehog's Homestead. Thank you for the love and the support of our channel from Laura. Thank you, thank you. It's awesome. And then we had the sticker swap. So this came from the Milk Barn, Oklahoma, which is really cool. These are all going to go on the window. And Mike and Chelsea sent us a wonderful sticker right there. Thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. And yes, Andale, Ryan is home. That's why there's no barky barky. This is from Tygen Garden Life from the sticker swap on Instagram. And this is from Country Mama Musings. I got this awesome sticker and a wonderful card. So awesome. Thank you. Thank you. And we're getting down to the bottom. Hang in there. This is from Gypsy Haven Homestead. They are on the sticker swap on Instagram, and I believe they also have a YouTube channel, Gypsy Haven Homestead. And then we got stickers from Mont's Family Homestead. And that's Tom. He's got a YouTube channel. Go check him out. He'll be coming up on our interviews. And then next to last was Rising Sun Roost. They also have cool stickers. And then last, thank you very much. And then last, this is from Micro Farmer. He was on a live with Gail Southern Living, and I got 1 seeds. So super stoked. Lots of seeds. So thank you. Thank you. And again, if Nightbot is acting weird, I apologize. I will have to fix the settings. I just wanted to get it on here to make sure that we kept some people who like to hang out in the chats of homesteaders off of here. So I tried to do that to block certain people. So thank you. So thank you for being patient with the mail call. And without further ado, I'm going to bring up tonight's special guests, Michael and Sarah from the Green Acre. So I want you guys to give them a warm welcome because here they come.
How's it going, everyone?
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
That was a lot of mail.
Mm-hmm.
I know. The farm sticker swap on Instagram keeps you busy.
I see that, yes.
Yeah, it keeps you real busy. I started with the sticker swap, and then what it does is somebody messages you, follows you, and then if you swap with them, you follow them, and you swap stickers. And then there's a giveaway. So the minute you get your sticker, everybody wants pictures.
Huh.
So it's kind of neat because they're all doing a giveaway then. So
see, Instagram is I've got YouTube and I've got Facebook, and I just don't want to add any more things that I have to manage. But I know it would help the channel grow having other platforms too. But
well, I mean, I have Instagram and I have YouTube, and those are my preferred. I have Facebook, and a lot of people recently liked our page, and I appreciate it very much, but it's only a business page. So I don't do a lot of liking back, so don't be offended.
I was already offended. But
yeah, sorry. I don't do that because when I do, it comes up as with Ryan and not me.
Gotcha.
It's linked to his account. And so if somebody knows how to do it without linking it to Ryan's account, let me know because I'll be up for it. But
you should be able to switch the admin, the controller of it or whatever. But yeah, you'll have to dig deep into the settings to figure that out.
Okay. Well, if you know how, feel free to let me know because
I could do some research for you.
Oh, well, don't kill yourself over it.
He does a lot of research. He researches everything.
I was born in the era of tech. It's just second nature to me.
Everything.
Yeah. I'm just going to go to the chat and say hey to who came in, and then we'll get moving on if that's right. Yeah, if that works for you.
That works.
Let's see. It looks like Nightbot is spamming caps and emojis, just to let you guys know. I don't know why.
Is that like a set standard for Nightbot? I've noticed it on some other channels too. If you use caps, it freaks out.
Yeah, just so you guys know, it's not me, so please don't be offended. It's Nightbot, and I don't know why, because I really am not worried about emojis. I just put certain words that seem to be popping up in the homestead chats lately. And I was trying to block some accounts just to avoid that whole thing. Because I noticed that moderators are not even able to block some folks sometimes.
Sure. Yeah, it can get out of control pretty quickly sometimes.
Yeah, so that's why I set it up. All right, so let's see here. Roberta's Artistic Adventures. Hello. Hello, Leanne, Mennonite Farmhouse. Carla's excited because you guys are here.
Where else would we be?
I know. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to you guys. Yay.
My God, you look young. Is it because you put your hair back or something?
Well, this headband is our 3-year-old daughter's, so
Oh, okay.
Great.
I was like, oh, my hair was all frizzy. And
I'm looking at the screen here and I'm like, is that Sarah from high school?
Oh,
Holy
yeah,
cow.
Hey, Trinity at Blue Collar. Hello, Seed Faith. Hello, Freddie. Let's see. Hello, Blue Farm. Hello, like local life outdoors.
I'll look into it, Casey. Just another thing I got to manage. You know, I'm not getting paid for this.
Even when you're getting paid for it, it's a lot. I do the best I can. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Hey, Troy at Bar Run.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello,
You can run our
homesteading.
Instagram.
No thanks.
You've got one. You're familiar with it.
No thanks.
Hey, Tina Ladybug. Hello, Pat Modest Moongazer. All right, I think I got everybody. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Hello, hello, hello. So, what made you start a YouTube channel, you guys?
I knew that was going to be the first question.
Man, I was against it at first, not gonna lie.
Yeah, and actually, since it started, there's been times where you're like, you spend too much time doing this. You're not helping with the family.
No, I've threatened to throw the computer outside.
Yeah. So I was big into videography and photography back in high school, and I graduated in 2010. Same as Chelsea from Vision Acres. And
2010.
Yeah, 2010.
Sorry.
So I actually had a YouTube channel back, it was about 12 years ago, and it was called Insouciant Lifestyle, which is carefree lifestyle. My friends and I, we did skateboarding videos, snowboarding, trampoline and stuff. And I actually just found that channel. I thought it was taken down, but I happened to search for it before I came on this live, and I'm like, holy smokes, I found it. It's still up. So if anybody's intrigued enough, I think there's only like 3 videos on there right now. I don't know if I had more at one time or not, but anyway, I had a YouTube channel way back then, and I kind of played around with videography with my friends and stuff. And then I went off to college and pretty much lost touch with all of my passions in life. And it just went straight to adult mode, got my career started, got married, bought a house, got a dog, started a family. And it's like, I didn't have time for anything that made me passionate anymore. And I really liked photography and videography. And when we bought this property, I had seen a lot of documentaries and stuff in college on what's happening to the planet and the need to really be more sustainable and take care of this planet for our future generations and stuff. So I really wanted to have chickens and have bees and have a garden and have an orchard and do all that stuff. So I started doing it, and I'm like, you know what? This would be a great opportunity to start a YouTube channel. I get to do photography and videography again because I love that. I get to share my journey with everyone, family and friends. And yeah, I mean, I get to learn through this. I get to share what I know. It just seemed like a perfect idea. And so I jumped into it, and there's been some trials and errors through it, and trying to find a good balance between having a young family and working full time and still making time to do the YouTube channel and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's working out. I'm having a great time with it. A blast. Great community we've got here, and it's fun to push myself to try and continue to get better with videography and homesteading in general. I've talked about, we kind of live, there's a lot of ordinances where we live, so I'm restricted on a lot of the things I can do. Yep. And like Carla, living a rogue life, she's in an HOA, and she kind of bends the rules and stuff to do what she wants. And I'm kind of doing the same thing here. Yeah.
We have too many chickens.
Too many chickens. We're only supposed to have 5 hens, and we've got 7. Nothing crazy, but yeah. So it's just kind of finding the balance between the life that we want to live and staying within legality in our ordinances here. So yeah, I started the channel because I'm really proud of what we're doing here, and I wanted to share and hopefully inspire others to do the same, lead a similar lifestyle. And just to get back into videography again.
Good for you. Good for you. That's cool.
Thank you.
Hey, Lynette, Coffee Angel Crafts, and hello, Joy at Joy Blessed Life. So I take it, Sarah, that's been a little challenging, right? Because you got 2 young ones running around, and then he's working all the time, and then he's YouTubing all the time.
Yeah, he gets off of work and then I'm like, you're still on the computer. And he's like, yeah, I'm editing a video. I'm really excited about this. I'm like, well, it's 5 o'clock. We should really be getting like dinner started and the kids fed, baths, go to bed.
Pretty much the only way we can make it work is if I get off work, I help with the family stuff, and then I stay up until like midnight or 2 a.m. editing. And so I just don't sleep anymore is what it comes down to.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's a lot. I mean, I couldn't imagine with a young family, right? Because, you're working from home nowadays, which is a change, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You finally got that office space, and it's great. Don't get me wrong. It's great to be home, but it's also challenging. And I'm sure for Sarah too, because she's used to being right home with the kids or whatever you're doing. And then it's like, oh, now Michael's here all the time or whatever, because I know you work too.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, I only work 4 days a week. So like, let's say it's my day off and he's around, like, yes, he's working, but I still I see him sitting there, but not helping me. So then I get frustrated and, because I don't really realize that, hey, he is working. He can't get up and just leave to, help me out. But just knowing that he's there and he knows I'm struggling and not helping, that always made me frustrated. But yeah. Obviously, I can't.
Now I can shut myself in the bedroom so she can't see me and I can disappear.
Which is really nice because now I can eat at my table. So I'm very, very happy.
And you can put a do not disturb sign.
Right.
Yeah. Well, now our daughter knows how to unlock the doors. So
yeah.
So Sarah can, shoot darts at the do not disturb sign
right.
on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
No, it is a lot of work. I think a lot of people don't realize, I think a lot of us here realize how much work YouTube is, right? YouTube alone, right? We already know what life is, right? Life is hard enough.
Yeah.
But then to have a young family and, you're both working full time and you got little kids who are, require a lot of attention and a lot of teaching and all that, So yeah, it takes a lot because I know it's just the two of us here. And it's just, there's not enough hours in a day, because the minute you feed animals in the morning, right. And you feel like, oh, I got all day. And before you know it, it's time to feed again.
Yeah. And now we're going into winter. So it stays dark later and it gets dark earlier. And it's like, where did your day go?
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it was funny. The minute you said winter, my brain went right to, and winter chores take longer because the hose is frozen. And I'll have to do 5-gallon buckets.
Do you have to fill up inside and go outside then?
No, we have outside spigots. And what we'll do this time of year is it's a pain. We disconnect the hose like every night and drain it and leave it open because it warms up during the day. Hey, off the world prepper, welcome. So then what we'll do is it's a pain because you have to reconnect everything. And then it's a shorter length of hose versus the longer one, which goes right to the bowls. It sounds like whiny stuff.
No, I mean, it adds up for sure.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it snowed here and it took me like 40 minutes to do chores that should have taken 20.
Yeah. Do you have, is it a black hose perhaps? Getting a darker color might help it heat up quicker during the day?
I've not noticed that it's a color. It is a dark green hose, almost black.
Okay.
They have heated hoses too. But what I've been doing is the hose that we have out now, the length goes to everybody except for the 2 girls in the back.
Okay.
So what I've been doing is taking the side by side, filling the 5-gallon buckets, and then bringing it down there. But we're about to switch everybody closer to the house, so that way when there's bad weather, we can keep an eye on them, and then that way it's easier for chores, and there's some rotational pasture going on too.
Yeah. Yeah. With I wanted to get this installed before this coming winter. It's not going to happen, but it's a bison pump, bison well or something they're called. I forget what it's been a while since I looked at it, but so we've got a well here on our property and you can take the cap off the top of the well and stick this, a handheld pump on it. It's made by Bison something. And that way, like I have to come inside, like I got to turn our spigots off outside so they don't freeze. So I have to come inside, like you said, fill up and then walk back outside, and it's just a mess. It takes longer. And so having that manual pump outside, it doesn't freeze. It's frost proof. It pulls the water from way down in the well. It never freezes. So that would have been really convenient. Of course, all we've got is chickens. We don't have a whole full-fledged farm like you, but they still need water frequently. So
Yeah, and I mean, and it gets cold, and they need water that isn't iced over.
yep, for sure.
Do you have frost? You have frost-free spigots, though, right?
I do. Yeah, I installed those maybe a couple years after we bought the place. So yeah, I've had those for a while.
And you still have to worry?
Well, I guess it's just, I don't know. I wonder if I could leave them on all winter. I haven't tried it, I guess, for just fear of accidentally bursting a pipe, but I wonder if I could leave them on.
Well, I know that, I mean, I'll have to ask Ryan, and I can get back to you another day on this because he's actually not feeling well. So that's why he's not here tonight. But he installed, we had one on the back of the house, which faces the main road. What you see of our property where the animals are is actually the front of our house.
Sure. Yep.
So it faces our yard, so to speak. And so he ended up installing a frost-free one on the front of the house because we were originally running hose from all the way in the back and around the house, which was a waste of hose.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, he ended up installing a new one, and he left it on last year, but I think we shut the back one off because we weren't using it. But he put
I could give it a try and see how it goes. Yeah.
I just don't know if he used PEX versus a pipe.
Gotcha.
So I'll let you know on that.
Yeah, we've got all copper pipes in this house.
Gotcha.
By the way, how did his elk hunt? He was elk hunting, right? How did that go? Nothing.
They didn't see anything.
That's how it goes sometimes. That's why it's hunting.
He got the antelope, so he's pretty excited about that.
Yeah, that is really neat. Did you guys eat any of that yet?
No, not yet. We butchered it and we froze it, and we wanted to make sausages with it. So we decided to just freeze it all, except for the backstrap. Obviously, we'll eat that. But
I've heard it's got an interesting taste. Like it doesn't compare to like venison or anything. Not like it's a bad taste, just
right.
Different. Yeah.
It's gamey. It's a lot more gamey. They say you have to soak it in milk.
Okay. Yep.
Is what I've heard, but we're gonna try and find like a sausage recipe because I think that might be a better thing for it.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Make some other seasonings and stuff in with it. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Dragonflies, Ozark Preps. Hello, Southern Sown and Grown. And I know Off the Wall Prepper is here also. Blue Farm. I think I got every Full-Time Dream. Hello. I think Nightbot is now under control. If I'm wrong, let me know. I know Blue Farm was in the doghouse with it, but I went in and changed the settings quick. So I hope I got that all set. So you've got your chicken. So do you plan to stay where you're at, or are you planning on moving to a place that has less restrictions? What are your thoughts?
Honestly, I just want to pay off the mortgage and not have a mortgage ever again. So I presume we'd probably keep this house indefinitely at the moment. Life changes, who knows, but yep. I wouldn't be opposed to buying some land maybe someday in the future. I just don't want another mortgage.
That's the first I heard you say that.
What, buying land?
You're like, no, we planted all of our stuff here.
Well, yeah,
We're going to stay here. We are never going to leave.
You never know. What if we both lost our jobs and we couldn't afford the place?
I know. But
you never know what could happen in life. So the goal, I guess, is to keep the house, to pay it off, to get rid of that mortgage. Yeah, and I
like where we are. We're close to our families. The school district is incredible.
This is where we both grew up.
Yeah, so. we went to the schools and all that.
Yeah. It's a great place. So we'll deal with the town ordinances, I guess.
Yeah.
Is it town ordinances or is it HOA ordinances?
We don't have an HOA, so it's just town ordinances. Gotcha. So really, we could probably get away with quite a bit. It would just be a matter of if a neighbor gets upset and they report us, and then they'll say, you've got 30 days to correct the issue or whatever. And
yeah.
Just had the chickens for a little while.
Yeah, right. Gagne Farms. Do I hunt over there? Not on our property. We only have an acre. Well, I take that back. I shoot squirrels and chipmunks on the property.
I'm like, Mike, there's a squirrel outside. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah. Or rabbits.
Someone like that.
I mean, they do a lot of damage to the gardens and stuff. So
they do.
I'll shoot those on the property. But yeah, I grew up gun hunting for deer, for whitetail with my family, my father and my uncle and cousins. And so I still gun hunt with my dad every year. We have property that's maybe 30 minutes to the northwest of us. So it's not too far away. And I bow hunt out there. I haven't been waterfowling since our dog passed away. we had to put him down when he was 3, and I was like training him to be my waterfowl hunting buddy, and he was doing so well. Going into that 4th year, he probably would have been in his prime, and lost him. So I don't know. I guess I haven't been back out since we had to put him down, but I'll get back into it. I love waterfowl hunting. It's a good time.
Yeah,
Dove hunting, turkey hunting, turkey in the spring. That's a blast. Shoot some thunder chickens and get some good meat that way.
Yeah,
So
wild
awesome.
turkey is really good.
Yeah. So I do a bit of hunting.
Awesome. Celtic Root
Celtic
said
Root.
they just subscribed to you, and he said his wife and him and his wife met when they were 11 years old.
Awesome.
That's
Yeah, we
Cheers
don't
to
know.
that.
Yeah, we don't know when we met.
Yeah, we've just always known each other.
Yeah.
that's awesome.
We like rode the school bus together, and
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows
Aw.
when we met?
That's so cool. Hey, Donna J. Griggs, my kiddo, how are you?
Make a video of Sarah.
Yeah.
Make a video of Sarah
Oh,
squirrel
great.
hunting with a
Great.
crock.
Clock.
We should have made a video of us trying to catch that moth tonight.
Oh yeah. We had a moth in here.
Standing
And
on stools with like a broom and our
Emmy was
crying.
Look at this woman, Ariella is so loyal, and Ariella, please go inside. You don't have to stay out on the street. I love you for it, but please, you don't have to. Thank you. Really sweet. And Northern Girl Hobbies is here also. Ariella, please, really, thank you so much. But yeah, it's cool. I saw that video with the croc, and I told Michael, I said, well, I have pink crocs because of course I got mine on clearance and they were cheaper, so I have this hideous pink color. But I said,
you won those.
Not that pair.
Okay.
I won a few. Well, I won a lot of free pairs, but not just for me, for other people. When Crocs were doing like healthcare, like Heroes Week or whatever, you could like enter yourself to win. And I won like 12 times. And there was like over like 300,000 people applying every day, and they would only give out 10,000.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
I know. I won 12 times.
Oh, wow.
So I won for my coworkers. I won for my siblings who are in healthcare. So, but those pair are actually off-brand Crocs from Walmart that were $5.
The truth comes out.
So,
Oh.
I mean, you got to get the right ones if you want to, be a wasp slayer.
So you're saying off-brand is the way to go?
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Incorrect marketing on my part, I guess.
I told you. I said they're not really Crocs. They're kind of like Crocs, but they're not. They're
Yeah.
Walmart Crocs.
Shows how well I listened.
If you said Walmart Crocs, everybody would be like, and?
Yeah.
And I have some of those.
Leanne
Yours are authentic Crocs.
at the Mennonite farmhouse was like, we have adventures in killing moths, and that's one thing we have a ton of here is they call them Dusty Millers.
Huh. Never heard that.
They're horrible. They're everywhere.
Yeah, you caught the moth.
I caught it by a leg, and I was on my way to let it out the door, and it escaped, and it was flying around
He's
again.
like,
and-
oh no, crap. I'm like, are you serious?
Hey, I even have I have a pair of purple Crocs. Where did I get them? They were free to me, but they were cool because they had the nice fleece on the inside. And I was
Oh,
like,
nice.
yeah. Because
Yeah.
the other ones that don't have the fleece, the snow goes through when I go to put the chickens away.
Mhm.
Yep.
So how do you think that you will expand upon not just your content, but like your mission in life with your property, given the restrictions and stuff like that? Because I think you've done really well with the chickens and the bees.
Yeah, so I think we're probably going to have to bend some rules, like I said. I would like to get some quail next year.
On ducks.
Ducks would be awesome. And honestly, we could probably have them and get away with it. And our neighbors all know us and we're close with them all. I don't think anybody would really complain. So we could probably get away with doing that stuff. I think I'm just going to slowly kind of add things to the property and push the boundaries a little bit. Again, some of the rules are just ridiculous, and I hope I've even thought about joining like the town committee or whatever, and just kind of fighting back, giving some pushback a little bit, and trying to get some things approved maybe. And maybe I'll do that someday. That might be some interesting content.
Yeah. Quail would be really good because you would be able to have them in an area where you could camouflage them, so to speak.
Yeah, and actually what I was thinking, our coop and our run are kind of one enclosure. One of the rules is our chickens have to be fully enclosed 24/7. You can never let them out, which we break that rule occasionally too. And just kind of, when we're out there, we'll
Put
let them
on the swing.
We'll let them run around with us and free range a little bit. But I've got enough room in my run where I'm going to build a little enclosure for the quail. And from the road, you won't be able to tell the difference. Oh, that's just a chicken coop, you know. Who knows that there's quail in there? And I mean, we might do quail eggs and stuff, but I guess initially my thought is just to have them for meat birds. So I again, maybe someone in the chat knows. Carla would know how long it takes for quail to reach maturity for meat, whether it's weeks or I don't think it's very long. So again, we wouldn't have them too long either then. So I'd like to add quail. Sarah wants a greenhouse.
And ducks.
Again, there's some ordinances stuff that we got to work around for the greenhouse, even, believe it or not. So that's another thing we're looking into. Ducks, I don't know if we'll be able to do the ducks.
Well, how about pets for indoors?
Like another dog?
Yeah, but get a duck.
Oh, an indoor duck? Yeah,
indoor duck. My mom had one growing up.
10 weeks.
Therapy duck.
There.
Therapy duck. Children.
Yeah, take it to the airport with us on a leash. Oh, that's my therapy duck.
Yeah. Carla said, Jim at Adventures on the Homestead said 8 weeks. Carla said 10 weeks. And then she just said something about, and then Bland said 12. And then
it probably depends on the variety too, but I was thinking maybe 8 to 10. Yeah.
Ducks are nasty. I don't know. I just like that they quack.
Yeah. Ducks are very smart. They're apparently a lot like dogs. I don't know what I've heard.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, ducks are a mess. They're gross. I mean, we have pools and water bowls for the two that we have, and literally we give them a clean pool of water, and within 10 minutes it is disgusting and black. And I'm surprised people have not said to me in my videos, like, why haven't you cleaned out your duck pool?
I just did right before the video.
Right before the video, and it's disgusting. So
yeah, I've heard that.
Train a duck to live indoors, Ricky. I've heard about it. I haven't done it though.
You need to have constant, like an area for them to swim in or bathe, or like they bathe a lot or something. They always need water.
So Erin at Bramble Hill has told me time and time again, you can raise ducks and not be messy. She has hers drink from like a nipple waterer.
Okay.
Like you do for chickens. And what I ended up doing was I give them a bucket of water because the bucket of water gets cleaned out. And I like seeing them in the pool, so I just give it to them. So I probably create my own mess, but they like to groom themselves. But I was reading that they had to be able to put the 2 holes on their bill in there to clean it out. So that's why I've always given them access. But I trust Erin too, so I don't know.
That's interesting. What else was there? Oh, we do leaf cutter bees. This year, I guess, was our first time doing leaf cutter bees. There aren't any ordinances on keeping honeybees or anything, so I have thought about expanding our honeybee operation, but it's a lot of money up front, having the hive and then buying the bees themselves. It's a couple $100 just to get a package of bees. And so maybe someday eventually I'd like to expand our honeybee operation. I want to get more leaf cutters, try and get some more mason bees, just kind of native pollinators that are out here already, really helping the garden. And I just like seeing the insect life. It feels like a complete ecosystem then, and it's just healthier.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though you're allergic to bees and we have an EpiPen for it.
No,
Let's get more.
He said it was a mild allergy. Yeah, they gave me an EpiPen just in case because I had that rash and stuff happen that one time, but I got stung a couple more times after that incident. Didn't have any issues. So, meat chickens too is another thing. because
Yeah.
that only takes like 6 weeks for some varieties to reach maturity. So I think I might try that next year and see if I can get away with that too.
Yeah, I think you definitely could. I was thinking that myself. I was thinking rabbits and meat chickens you could definitely get away with, because the meat chickens, if you have a tractor and a lot of people put on the top of their tractor some kind of cover,
Yep.
keep them dry, right? And you move
Yep.
them along your lawn, you know, as long as you keep them out of view of certain things. You may need a fence. But you never know, just some kind of temporary thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but
Yeah.
that's also a great way.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Bland's taught me all about rabbits, because I'm still on the fence about rabbits and goats.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having rabbits. I know Sarah would never eat them though, would you? You'd never eat a rabbit.
No, I like rabbits.
But at the same time, and again, apparently we can't have rabbit hutches or anything. That's another weird ordinance here. But I enjoy hunting a lot.
That would be a pet for me.
Yeah.
You told me not to name the chickens, and I named one of them.
Yeah,
so.
I don't name my food. I really enjoy hunting, getting that like free range, self-sourced meat. It's something I grew up doing, and it means a lot to me. So I could go out and hunt for rabbit too. And that's a big way. Like we don't have cattle or anything, or pigs. Going out and hunting for my meat is a great way to fill our freezer with that good healthy meat too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Dale, you were asking if anybody here has sheep. I don't know if anyone here does, but I know that Bramble Hill is getting baby doll sheep in the spring. And Joy Bless Life, you know, she has been raising a good point in the chat, and I just didn't get a chance to mention it. But she was talking about, you know, watch who you elect and getting on town boards and all that.
Sure.
To be able to change some of the ordinances. Because I know in town here, I'm right outside of city limits. And in city limits, believe it or not, in the Black Hills, in this really rural neighborhood, they can't have chickens. And they had a vote on it last year. And they also, during the whole you know what, and they still didn't pass it. And I thought that was such a disservice to the community during unprecedented events.
Yep.
I totally get if you said, okay, you can't have a rooster, you can only have so many. Like, I get that.
Right.
Because if I didn't have animals, maybe I don't want that next to my house. And let's be real, some people are not always the best at caring for animals.
For sure.
So in close quarters, I respect that. But at the same time, it just really freaked me out that they wouldn't let them have it, especially during everything that was going down, you know?
Yep, I hear you. Looks like our connection might be getting a little weird here.
You want to drop and come back?
I might need to, just to be safe. I wanted to answer, Vineyard Chicks asked, can you tell us more about leaf cutters? I actually have a video. You could search Midas Bees. That's the company that I go through to get our leaf cutter bees. And I have a ton of good information in there. If I'm being completely honest, I did that early this spring, so I don't remember a ton of that information, but it's in the video. Yeah, let's, just to be safe, maybe we'll take an intermission here, and we've got internet problems, folks. Whenever
So what I'll do is I'll remove you from the screen.
Okay.
And then when you come back on, I'll look down, you give me a thumbs up, I'll bring you back up.
Sounds good. That'll work.
Awesome. All right, guys. So let me just see who's in the chat here, because you guys had some really good stuff. Oops. This is crazy tonight. My chat was disappearing. Hello, Tim, Tiny Tim Posey. Hello, our Okie Homestead, Mountain Grandma. And Joy, blessed, you heard rabbit poop was good for gardens. Yes, they are. And yes, Mr. Blue Collar, I agree with you. I really like our Red Ranger meat birds versus the Cornish cross. Let's see. I don't know, Trinity, Blue Collar. You keep saying goats. I don't know that I want goats. I want a dairy goat. I do want that. Provide you with a few goats, even trade for some pigs. All right. Game on. And Bland said they're quiet. Bland's, were you talking about rabbits were quiet, or what were you talking about? And Linda Lipsky, yes, I live in the Southern Black Hills, and I live outside of city limits. However, the rural town that I live in is where they had trouble with not being able to get chickens. All right, I think they're back. Yep, Michael's good. There they are. Hello, hello.
Hey, we'll see how this goes. It looks like when I'm looking at you, there's a little bit of a delay every now and then, so we'll see. Actually, you look good right now. You look great, Lisa.
Thank you.
What was the name of the Green Acre bee video? Midas bees?
Yeah, Midas bees would have been in the title.
Look it up.
You're gonna look it up? All right. Something leafcutter bees, Midas bees, something like that.
Cool. Hey, Gwyneth, Broke Cowgirl. Why no sheep ever? I'm curious. And I'm just going to look here. It looks like Nightbot is behaving themselves.
Haven't heard that. I've heard people say don't get goats, but not sheep.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just trying to think like the goats. I feel like I would end up feeding a lot more hay and grain because I don't have the land. So that's why I'm a little hesitant.
And they can be quite the pain in the ass, apparently. Like they escape all the time. I don't know. They must be relatively smart, even though I'd never thought they were, but I don't know.
They also, this whole property, all of the trees were covered in hardware cloth. And if everything was eaten and the trees were dying because they had goats here before us.
Gotcha. When did you move into this property? How long ago?
January of 2020.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm just looking through the chat before we get going more here.
Yeah. So that video is called. Oh.
Is that it? Yeah. Here's the green.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Video.
Looks like people found it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, mods. Midas bees, solitary leafcutter bees.
Me and you acres. I hope I said that right. Said my goats rock. When goats eat everything they aren't supposed to. Yes, they do.
Yeah. They'll cut your lawn for you, though.
Very true. Very true. Yeah, Mr. Blue Collar said the same, hay and grain. Yeah, and that's my concern. I have to look into hay because I do feed hay to the pigs because they are pasture pigs. And what I'm noticing is Sherman doesn't eat any of it. Hopefully with Grant there, he will. But the two girls, I fill their hay feeder and they go through it like none other.
Yeah. Yeah, that adds up quickly.
Kids raised on goat milk tend to be immune from poison oak and poison ivy, according to the homestead groups I've been on. I've been in Yogi Hollow Farm. That's from Joy Blessed. Huh.
It is pink lemonade, Casey. I'm finishing off our bottle. I had this back on.
Is that Emmy's favorite drink?
Yeah, Emmy calls it pink drink.
Oh, great. So when she asks for it tomorrow, Mommy, I want pink drink, I'll be like, well, Daddy drank it all.
Cheers.
You did it to yourself, man. So can Elliot have that?
Yeah, I think so. So Elliot's got a dairy
allergy.
Is it an allergy or
he's
intolerance?
Got an EpiPen? No, it's not.
It's an allergy.
He has an allergy. He has an EpiPen too.
So I know some people do camel's milk. I don't know about goat though.
Camel?
Homesteady.
Yeah, Homesteady. Yeah, you mentioned wanting to meet them. I thought that was so cool. They were one of the first channels. I actually started listening to their podcast before I found them on YouTube. And I would listen to them during the day when I was working. Ost is a cool guy.
Yeah, he is. They used to be in Connecticut too.
Yeah.
Really awesome.
Yep.
And they moved. But yeah, I think, weren't they going to get rid of their camels? I don't know. There's sometimes a lot of clickbait going on.
Yeah, to be honest, I haven't followed him too much recently. I joined a couple of his recent lives, but I've been so busy I haven't stayed up to date on his channel.
Same thing here.
Yeah.
Hey, Pastime 84. Hey, Gardner Josh. So, what other things do you have planned for yourselves? I know that you have the Etsy store and you've been making products. So if you want to talk about that and about that direction.
Kind of when we started this property, I thought it might be neat. I've always enjoyed cooking. And and growing produce here on the property, I thought it would be neat to kind of put together salsas and jams, and we've got the bees for the honey and everything, and kind of sell them at farmers markets and stuff around the area. Just it'd be fun to kind of, I've always been kind of an entrepreneur, so just to have something myself there to run and manage and get our name out there in the community a little bit, share our love, or share our wealth with the community. So yeah, I don't know. I wasn't intending on starting that this year, but after Simple Life Reclaimed tried our salsa live, there was a lot of feedback that people wanted it, and so I thought, oh, what the hey, I'll start selling salsa then. So I think probably next year we'll increase what we're selling and do some raspberry jams. We got blackberries.
Nice.
If we can expand our honeybee colonies and get some more honey, I'd love to start selling some honey too.
We do syrup,
yep,
maple sugar,
maple syrup and maple
you
sugar.
Make your own spices.
Chipotle with jalapenos and stuff.
Yeah, but you even like do like your onions and garlic and all that.
Yeah, sure. Dehydrate it and grind it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we've got that stuff going on. Supply is a little bit limited now. We're at the end of the season, and we were pretty much in drought all summer. So the gardens really took a hit this year. So we
weren't like, routinely watering either. So that
I didn't have time. I'd get home from work or I guess I was working here this past year. But the kids need help right away when I get off work and stuff. There was no time for me to go spend an hour outside watering everything. So that's something I'd like to do maybe next year too, is put an irrigation system in just in case we run into another drought situation. With the mulch we've got on the gardens, it really kind of, I don't ever have to do anything usually. If there's normal rainfall, the gardens retain that moisture and are good to go. Thank you, Carla, for sharing that.
That's actually pretty cool because we are so dry with low humidity that we have to water constantly.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
The week that I was gone, the week we were gone to North Carolina, kind of really put the garden back a lot. I was just surprised any of it continued.
Yeah, so it's a good reason to focus a lot on perennials, and they get their root systems established, and they just require a lot less maintenance, and it'll provide for a lot more years. Obviously, annuals are a ton of work, but obviously there's no perennial tomato plants or anything, and tomatoes play a big role in a lot of people's cuisine. So you're going to have to have some annuals, but the more perennials you can do, the better, I think.
Yep. Gagne Farms would like to know what your 9-to-5 job is.
I actually went to school for architectural drafting, construction technology. I got my associate degree in that. And that's as far as I really wanted to go. I hated school my whole life. I was not a person that enjoyed being in school. I'd much rather be out hands-on learning. So my parents, I came from a big educational family, a lot of teachers and stuff. They really pushed me to go to college, do something in the trades, and I enjoyed drafting. I did a lot of drawing when I was younger. So I got my degree in drafting, and a local company came to my college and interviewed 3 people from my program and ended up choosing me and offered me a job. And I took the job, and I've been with them since. So I'm going on, I think this will be my 10th year with them. And
wow.
And
that's incredible for your age.
29 years old.
Yeah, I'm 29 years old. So I've been with them for 10 years now. The company does roofing and paving. So we have a roofing division in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. And then our paving division is in Waukesha, Wisconsin. So I work for the pavement division. Wow. And I draw. I mean, I get to sit there and draw every day, and I love it because I love drawing. Get to be a little creative with my job that way. And I probably shouldn't give away too many details with our client list and stuff, but Miller Coors is one of our clients, and we do they've got huge distribution centers and marshaling yards and stuff for all their trucks and trailers. So we do a lot of evaluations of their sites. We have consultants that'll go all over the country. Actually, we've had some projects in France and Mexico and Canada. Yeah. So our little company is getting out there quite a bit, but we'll evaluate sites, tell the client what needs to be done. We're kind of the middleman between the clients and the contractor, making sure they don't get screwed over by a contractor.
Gotcha.
and then we'll design work for people. So I spend a lot of time drawing up sites. We use drones to capture site images. We have total stations so we can survey stuff. And
Cool.
yeah, currently I'm the only person in our company that has a seat of Autodesk Civil 3D. So I'm very valuable to the company, I would say, because I can take all that total station data, bring it in, and create tins and surfaces to show the contours of sites and whatnot. And it really helps with design. So that's what I do, man. I draw all day.
Nice. And I know, Sarah, you've mentioned or Michael has mentioned what you do, but I'd want to give you an opportunity to share what you do for a living.
I'm a surgical technologist at Children's in Wisconsin. I recently went to the surgery center, so I don't have to work weekends, holidays. I'm not on call anymore. That was really hard, especially like with having young kids. So it's so nice to know that this Christmas I will be able to spend it with my children. So I'm in surgery all day, and I'm actually going back to school to become a surgical assistant. So I can be more hands-on. I can suture, and that's my I love it.
Make yourself indispensable to the company. That's the advice my grandpa gave me before he passed away. He said he owned his own company. It was a building inspection company, and I asked for some advice before he passed away, and he said, "Make yourself as indispensable as you can to your company." That was some good advice. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really true. I mean, I know that a lot of people will say everybody's replaceable, but I mean, I gave my notice in August, still working.
Yeah, right.
They had to backfill all the positions so they could move the person into my job who applied and all that. And so finally I've got a last day of November 24th, but
Congrats.
It's worth it because, you're trying to help somebody out and make it an easy transition. And especially in my situation, I'm kind of sitting there feeling, well, what if something happened and I needed to go back? Right? I don't need to burn a bridge. There's no reason,
Exactly. Yeah. No matter how much you like or dislike your job, don't burn any bridges. You never know.
Yeah, it's true. It's very true.
Yeah. And I mean, I probably everybody is replaceable, but does your employer want to go through the headache of having to find somebody to replace you and then train them and so
and that's expensive. Turnover is very expensive for companies. I work for companies that had huge turnover, so absolutely.
Yeah. Susie Jacobson, McGuanago is southeast of Madison. By how long does it take to get to Madison?
45 minutes to an hour.
Are you serious? I thought it was longer than that.
Welcome to Wisconsin, Michael.
No, ask your sister.
Yeah, my sister. Actually, she's in the basement right now watching the kids. She goes to school at UWM.
Aw. And yes, Leanne, I'm
She's
counting
our babysitter.
What?
That's awesome.
How long does it take to get to Madison from here?
Oh, she said an hour and 15. Well, I have a lead foot, so I get there in 45 minutes.
So yeah, Susie, we are southeast of you by hour 15 minutes.
Or 45 if I'm driving.
That's cool. Hey, Alicia, welcome. No worries. I understand. I hope Papa Jim is feeling better. He had a migraine. That is so awful. So what are your... I had a bunch of questions for you, but I want to straight...
Hit us. We'll answer them quickly for you.
Okay, what's your pet peeve, Sarah, about Michael?
He sleeps in.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You're like, I ask, are you going to help me with breakfast? Yeah, I'll be there soon. And I come back and check on you and you're sleeping again. I'm like, dude, I have to wake up early with the kids. I have to make breakfast. I have to feed them. I have to clean them up. And I'm like, hello, I want some help.
You just asked for one pet peeve. I'm sure there's a long list.
There is a long list. But yeah, that's the main one. I want help in the morning because he doesn't like to eat breakfast and I do. I get very, very hangry because he ended so late. Yeah. Well, I actually stay up and I do all my studying and I take all my tests at like midnight. So we're up together.
I like to sleep in, and Ryan usually, is up at extremely early before it's light out.
Yeah.
And it's funny, he'll come in, at 8 or 9, and he's like, "Come on, lazy Stetta, let's get going."
Yeah. I think sleeping till 7 is perfect.
Yeah.
The only time I get up early is when I'm going hunting. Otherwise, I like to sleep. Sleep is good for you.
Yeah, I like to sleep too. I think I get up early on the days, like, it's funny. I like to get up early on the days that that I have to feed the animals, because it's great. You just throw on your jacket and go outside and feed them. I don't care what I look like. But then there's the days I have to go to work and I have to drive an hour and all that. I'm like,
Yeah,
no, I don't want to get up. I'm miserable.
that is just ridiculous. I think there's a guy that in our company that drives like an hour and a half to work and back.
Wow.
A half hour is long enough. Like, I don't know how you do an hour even. That's 2 hours out of your day that's just gone.
20 hours a week.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a geologist that lives in Chicago and drives up every single day.
Oh, and Chicago traffic too.
Every day
That's
he drives
awful.
from Chicago to Milwaukee.
Wow.
Every day.
So how long of a ride is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Should I go ask my sister?
Well, okay.
Chicago, I mean, it's really early in the morning because we
It's gotta be a couple
start.
hours.
He gets there at 6:30, so I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But then he drives home in rush hour.
Ugh.
Oh.
Right, so that guy doesn't have a life outside of work then.
Well, he's got 3 little kids.
So that guy doesn't
So-
see his kids.
No.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And we have a walking trail behind our house. And it's really funny because in the warmer weather, there's people on it really early. Now it's getting darker. It's not so bad. But, I'm down there and I'm talking to the pigs and I'm in my pajamas and my Crocs. And, and the people look over and they're like, what is she doing?
Is that state land behind you then?
No, it's not state land. It probably is state because it was an old railroad bed.
Oh, okay.
But they
Gotcha.
turned it into a walking trail, so it's part of that organization now. I think it's
Sure.
probably like a nonprofit or something.
Okay.
In the summertime, we have a lot of tourists here,
Uh-huh.
so it's riddled with people, whereas now not so much.
Yeah, for sure. We really want to get. Actually, Sarah's never been out west. I've been out there a handful of times, but we really want to do a trip. Go see Yellowstone and the Badlands and Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse and
Nice.
do all that stuff. I did that trip when I was younger and it was a blast. And then we'll get to swing by and say hello to you guys.
Absolutely. I mean, so the Badlands is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I've been to the Badlands. We've been to Spearfish Canyon.
Okay.
And the bypass up there, and then Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse.
Needles Highway.
Yep, Needles.
Oh man, when we did that with my family, there was a huge RV. Like, you can't fit that thing. Like, they were backing it all the way down the mountain. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I sold my car, and Ryan and I decided to get rid of my car, and we sold it, and it worked out great. So I've been driving his truck because he has a work truck.
Mm-hmm.
So the truck works out great because I pick up a lot of feed in Rapid City, which is, far from me.
Yeah.
When I'm coming home from work. So it's worked out great. I get hay, all that stuff. Well, now the funny thing is that, my friend of mine came in April and I'm driving through the Needles and I'm like, we got to pull the mirrors in.
Yep. Yeah, I'd love to take Sarah there to see all that. It's really neat.
I
Yeah.
agree just thinking about it.
I'll drive. I mean, you just go along for the ride.
It's beautiful.
It
It's
is.
beautiful. Really definitely worth a shot. And there's some really great swimming also. I just want to go to the chat real quick. Hello, Outdoors with Big Matt. And Mianu Acres was going to get going. Thanks for being here. Hey, Brian. Brian's Los Hills Homestead. Pastime 84, Skinner Farms. Hello. Oh, and Blue Collar said Milwaukee to Chicago is about 90 miles.
What is that in minutes?
Well, I usually figure 90 minutes.
Probably. I think Interstate speed there is 70.
Yeah, it'd be 90 minutes or longer is what I look at it roughly.
Yeah.
Mine's all highway. I mean, not highway. It's 60, 65 all the way for the most part, except going through town.
They haven't bumped your guys' interstate speeds up? They just did that here a couple years back.
Oh, no, it's not interstate that I ride to work.
Oh, okay.
Interstate 90 is like 80.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So, yeah.
So everyone's going 100.
Yeah, exactly. And then they actually closed the interstate. We had 2 snows already this year. They closed the interstate, one of those.
Right.
It was crazy. So what's your pet peeve about Sarah?
Shoot, I was hoping you'd forget.
I
Choose wisely.
forgot. Now I'm like,
It kind of piggybacks off of her because the kids always come first, which is great. I think we kind of talked about this. I think I have a hard time doing that. There's always things that I want to do for myself to get done and stuff too, but it's always kids with her, go. And I'll go in for a hug even, and she just pushes me away. Like she doesn't have time to give me a hug. It's
you're
just
slowing me down.
Just go. Got to get the kids fed. Got to do this. Yeah. It's like, so that's my pet peeve. Like she just never stops for a second, and just you've gotten better. I think I brought it up enough times where I think she's starting to register it, but it's just I can't even get a kiss or a hug sometimes. She's just go.
It's not my priority at the moment.
I'm never the priority, which I get happens when you have kids. But
no, yeah. Well, sometimes it's like I make dinner, or you make dinner, and then I'll see you sitting down and eating. I'm like, well,
did you get anything for the kids?
Where are the kids' food? Oh, well, it's up there. I was like, well, their food needs to be cut and it needs to cool before they can even eat. So, it's just, and it always happens like that. Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at that too.
Someone give him a bucket. He's sinking.
Hey, Melody. Go on.
Melody from Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It is here.
We have been together for 11 years, so we definitely have gone through a lot.
Yeah. We're past what is it called? The 7-year hump or whatever, when people are married, like 7 years is
we've been married for 5, but we've been together forever.
Nothing changed after we got married.
7-year itch.
7-year itch. That's what it is. Yep. So we're past that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that one of the things that I learned, because I was married before, and that's Nick, my son, came from my previous marriage. And so then Ryan and I met when we got married. And, it's like the one thing that we learned was that you have to talk. Like, even if you're mad and you're ticked off, like, even if you have to wait, you have to talk about it. You have to communicate. And you don't have to agree, but you have to be able to respect the other person enough to talk about it and just listen. And I think that's one of the things that's really strong in our marriage is the fact that we talk to each other. And even like when he'll be talking to me, just say about something, and I'm like looking at him like, are you kidding me? And I mean, we've been married 20 years, and I'll sit there and I'll go, really? And he's like, yeah, because I said so. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Sure.
Or like, I think the other thing is we all do things differently.
Yeah.
Right. So me, I'm like, if I'm working and I want to spend the money, I'm going to spend the money. Right. I'm thrifty and stuff. Don't get me wrong. When I spend the money, it's not a big deal. Like I bought a candle maker to make candles,
Yeah.
And so what did I do? I took a check from work and that I got from something, and I had some egg money from selling eggs,
Yep.
And we always joke about that because he's all about looking at the bank account to make sure that there's no fraud.
That's me.
Right. So he'll be like, did you go to this place?
That's me.
and then he'll say like, and mind you, he's not like checking on me and what I'm spending, but he likes to say he is. So it drives me crazy. So I will text him and I'll go, I just filled up $70 at this gas station that looked really shady in Rapid City.
Might want to check for fraud now.
Yeah. Or I go to a new place on purpose, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's funny because he's like, I'm not checking up on you. I just want to know if somebody's using our cards.
No, he's totally checked up on me though. like I'm on my way home from work and I'm like, hey, like, can I stop at Walmart on the way home to pick up a few things? He's like, no, I really need your help here. I'm like, okay, fine. And then I get off on the expressway. I'm like, ooh, I'll be in and out in like 2 minutes. He won't even know. And so then I stop at Walmart still to, you know, buy diapers or whatever. And he's like, oh, I saw you were at Walmart. I'm like, what? What? Because we share our location with one another. I'm like, crap. Are you serious? I was like,
Yeah.
you saw my location. You were checking up on me. But you
as
did
far
that.
as finances go, though, it's just the way I was brought up, like to be really conscious.
Oh no,
of
it
your
wasn't
finances.
about finances. It was just about
But
like,
that's
what
we're
am
talking
I
about.
up? What am I up to?
Financially.
Oh, I'll totally tell what I did with this though. I had like this really bad obsession with Culver's, and it was to the point where like I would turn off my location when I went to Culver's a few times. And pro tip, Culver's has these coupons on the side of their kids meals. So, and you don't have to be a certain age or whatever. So anyone can get a kids meal. And if you save up 10 of the tokens, you get a free kids meal. So then I would save up all these tokens. I would turn off my location, go get my Culver's. There's no paper trail, so he won't know on the finance end of it. And then you eat it, throw it away outside, then you go inside.
I feel bad that you feel like you have to do that.
I know. And then go inside. I'm not hungry for dinner tonight. You know, you're on your own. I don't need to eat. I would do that every now and then, not for that frequently, but I would do it.
Well, I feel bad that you.
I'm not ashamed. No, I loved it. It was funny. I like it. It was funny.
I'm just trying to keep us out of debt.
Like, well, no, it was free.
I know, but that you feel like you have to hide things from me because I'll make remarks on it or whatever.
Well, that's all right. I did the intro video for our channel, and at the end it says like soaps and candles. So Brian's in Montana, and I sent it to him. I said, hey, what do you think of this? He's like, oh, great. I love it. And then he comes home and he goes, are we making soaps and candles? I'm kind of confused. I was like, look what I made this weekend.
That's awesome.
But yeah, it's fun. But that's the good stuff in marriage. You know what I mean? You got to have fun with it.
Yeah, for sure. Got to joke about things. It keeps it exciting.
Absolutely. He came home the other day and he's like, oh, this dude's got this dump truck ready for me to buy it. And I'm like, do we need a dump truck?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, we'll get the dump truck. And he's like, well, I should talk to you about it. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And what was my biggest complaint? I said, make sure I have a path with that side by side to feed animals. Because if it's in the way, I'm not going to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Vineyard Chicks. Yeah, we made these candles. We got this candle kit. So they sunk. I don't know if you can see that they sunk in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Is that bad?
No,
well, supposedly.
Why? I think it would be a good
It kind of looks like it's supposed to.
Yeah, like you want them to be flat across. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out.
It makes a nice dish to collect the melted wax. I think it's kind of makes sense. Are they scented?
Yes. So this one is sandalwood with no color, which is what I'm shooting for. And this one had coloring, but I had trouble getting this one out of the mold.
Okay.
I've got a video on it. I just have to edit it because I wanted to do an unboxing and review on it. But I want to make more candles because I do want to sell things that generate revenue for the farm. And
yeah, absolutely.
I want to make some soaps. And so Casey at Ormsby Farm was really good to connect me to some of his videos and also his affiliate link. And I was able to order some stuff. And I got my soap stuff today, which is great.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, hopefully us and a lot of the people in the chat, we can get monetized someday. And I mean, wouldn't that be amazing to make some money on the side doing your hobby? Like until then though, selling salsas and selling candles and merchandise and stuff.
Well, even when you get monetized, I don't think like anybody should stop what they're doing to make money on the side.
Yep.
With your salsa,
oh, yeah,
like why would you stop? Like
no, I wouldn't stop. Yeah.
Agreed. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I bought like a soap making machine, and I think one of the things that I'll talk about in the review is the fact that I think it was really good for smaller scale. and for learning. But I think that after a while, it's not going to be good for the bulk that I want to do.
Sure.
However, if you think about it, you do a few candles here and there, you can easily adapt once you know how to do it. So, I mean, that's the thing. I want to be able to sell some stuff.
Yeah. I'd be interested.
Full-time Dream said, we are monetized. You don't get rich. No, you don't. You don't.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's some people that get super lucky and can make it a full-time job, and that's fantastic. Good for them.
Yep.
But it's probably a small percentage. It's a lot of work. You never know, though.
For sure. I mean, I'll tell you what I've always wanted to get out of it, and it sounds silly, but the only thing I wanted to get out of it was knowing that I would be leaving work. I just want supplemental income for the animals. I don't want it to cover everything, but just some supplemental, and stuff like that. And then obviously that goes back into the channel as well. Yeah,
absolutely. With our salsa sales and merchandise and stuff, I actually just pulled the trigger on some, I'm not going to give away information, but I pulled the trigger on it's new gear for the camera. So I'll have some videos coming out on that, but I am super excited. Again, the channel doesn't necessarily need it, but it's just something that I want. It's something.
It's for the channel.
It's for the channel. Yeah. The content, the quality of the content is going to improve tenfold. And there's a look in my mind that I want to go for, and I'm chasing that look down. And people have told me, like, it's just about the content, what you're sharing. It doesn't matter what it looks like and stuff. And maybe that's true, but it matters to me. So, thank you everybody who has helped support us. All that money's gone towards these recent purchases, and I'm really excited to share that with everyone and see what we can do with it.
Full-time Dream said they were happy with the $5 a day in ad revenue.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I don't know, $1,800 a year would take care of my animals and then some to put back in and do the other products to be able to sell stuff. So
that's $5 a day you didn't have before. So
yeah, exactly. And doing something that you love, that's priceless.
Yeah, for sure.
What does the future of your channel look like? Do you have a vision for it?
That's a good question, because it's I don't know that I'll be able to answer it. It's something that I've been kind of rolling around in my head recently. Like, I started the channel initially, one, to get back into videography, which check, the whole purpose of YouTube is videography. So that's done. And then two, I wanted to share our family's journey and kind of inspire people with homesteading. So in that sense, it's almost like a vlog format, but I don't feel like I've been vlogging. So, like, do I want to produce videos that are strictly to share the knowledge I have with others? Or do I want to do a vlog format following our family's journey? Or do I want to just do like nature video and stuff, go out and just take nice, beautiful video of nature or something? I love all that stuff. So I can't pinpoint a road to take necessarily. So I'm not sure what the future looks like. I still feel like I'm in the phase of just kind of feeling out different things and allowing myself to grow and continue to learn in video production. And so I think I'm probably just going to continue doing a handful of different things, and we'll see what it evolves into, I guess.
Cool.
Always open to feedback from the community. Like, if there's things that people like, if there's things that, we're not really that interested in this, let me know. And I'll try. I want to keep the content entertaining to everybody. Obviously, it's you're kind of you're an entertainer, I guess. People are watching your videos and they want to be entertained. So if I'm not entertaining, then I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to go back to Lands, Promised Land Ranch, and mods. Yes, of course you can share Leanne at the Mennonite Farmhouse's link. You guys can share any links. That is no trouble at all.
Yeah, for sure. Communitize, grow the community.
No dirty links. Vision Acres wants to know, when do we get to know what those things are? Are you talking about my candles? Because I know you guys had to leave to take care of the kids. Hi, Miss Southern Belle. Are you talking about these, Mike and Chelsea?
They might be talking about what my purchases are.
Maybe.
But I think this is a good moment for you to bring up the candles again. Market yourself. Come on.
I'm working on the candles. I've got 2 so far. That's it. I'm working on it. But I ordered the tin cans, and the wicks and all that stuff. And I got the stuff for the soap as well.
Lisa, I've got a request.
Yeah.
Do you think you can put together a gunpowder in the morning smell?
What?
That's
No.
gunpowder in the morning.
He I don't know if you guys have Quick Trips down there, but he loves the smell of the soap from Quick Trip.
The tri-foam in the car wash.
In the car wash.
Yeah.
I love that
Literally-
smell.
Yes.
He literally bought a candle.
They sell candles that smell just like it.
I made him take it out to the garage. I was like, no, I don't like this. I thought I would, but I'm like, no, I don't like this.
I like
so it's a garage candle now, but I'm like, good Lord, I can't believe
Oh my word.
whatever floats your boat, man.
I guess I would suggest not mixing actual gunpowder into the candle, though. That might, that might not be a good idea.
That's
It'd be like
funny.
one of those woodwick candles that crackle and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Set
not
the whole
really,
thing.
not really.
The gunpowder igniting.
There were some people that made a candle and then stuck a little firecracker in it
Oh,
as
yeah.
like the wick.
Yeah,
Like,
so they'd light it.
surprise, whoever it was.
Casey at Ormsby Farm says he has that scent for you.
No kidding. Do you really? That's awesome. I'll have to check it out. Vision Acres, though, if you're wondering about the
Packages.
products that I bought, the gadgets and gizmos, I actually started putting a video together already. It's going to be a busy weekend, though. Sometime next week. Sometimes next week, I'll get a video out on what those surprises are.
Man candles.
Man candles.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Wait a minute. There it is.
Huh.
There you go. I guess I never
So,
knew
well,
that was a thing.
there's that candle place that I went to.
Hmm.
I don't know what it's called. Whatever. We did it for my friend's bachelorette party. The candle or mercantile, I don't know. When we walked in, you got to choose. What is this called?
Oh, you mean the scent?
No, this jar thing. You got to choose a jar, and then they had an entire wall just filled with all different scents. So you had to go around, find all the scents that you liked, and then you got to sit down, mix the oils, then pour them into the candle, and then, they would solidify. And I even made like a little fragrance thing too. And so mine's,
Nice.
what is mine? I called it Breakfast at the Dow's.
Yeah, because it was like maple.
It's like vanilla, maple, and I don't know, something else. So it smells like breakfast.
Smells like cinnamon rolls to me. It's really
Ooh,
good.
Maybe I put cinnamon. I don't remember. But it smells so good. And
Wow.
I could never.
I thought about getting into candles, like
Smells good.
with all the venison tallow that we save from hunting and stuff. I've last year I made a video on it. I made suet blocks with scratch grain in the tallow, and I fed it to the chickens.
Wow.
But I thought about doing soaps, and I think maybe you can't do candles with that. I could be wrong. But soaps. I thought about doing soaps too.
Yeah, but not with tallow.
But that's how soaps were made, with fat, animal fat.
I will not be using it.
That's funny. Casey, you said candle science. Say more about that.
Huh.
Tell us more, Casey.
Yeah, tell us more, Casey.
Homemaking candles.
Making candles.
So what's the base for the candle, Lisa? Like what's the wax primarily made up of?
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
Huh.
I'm out of lemonade.
Yeah, well, there's no more. You drank it all.
You better make some tonight for your little girl.
We can't grow lemons here, sorry.
So this is what I bought. It's called Wick.
Okay.
And
So
it
that like
was-
melts it down, I'm guessing, and disperses it
Yeah.
down. Oh, that's neat.
So it was $80, but it was on sale for $50.
Nice.
And I don't mind showing it because I think it's cool.
Did Ryan approve this?
No, I bought it while he was out of town.
There you go.
There you go.
Cash.
Hey, let me tell you something
No
though.
paper trail.
I'm sure he probably spent thousands of dollars on that elk hunt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you can see here, you put the mold here,
Yep.
and then what I like about it is how you never know if something is open or closed sometimes.
Uh-huh.
It has a light that goes on if it's open, and the
Okay.
light goes off if it's closed. And then it's got the temperature dial, and then you put this and you heat that. So when it heats up here and it's all done and you added the color and the scent, then it drips down. So you can see it's not for bulk.
Sure. Yeah.
Because you got
that's a candle at a time type deal.
Yeah. 2 candles. That's
Okay.
it. But I have the scents that came with it.
Oh, lavender, my favorite.
Yes.
Christmas tree, awesome.
Yeah, so it came with a bunch of things, but the wax that came with it is paraffin wax because I didn't want to buy anything else, but I'm going to do soy wax.
Okay.
But it's...
So how many candles do you think you'd get out of what's left there? I guess it depends on the mold size too.
Well, let's see what it came with, and I can tell you, and we can figure it out. So it came with 1 pound of wax.
Okay.
So that's what's left. You see the size of the bag.
Yep.
And I got these
two. Okay.
So it doesn't go far.
Well, it's a good thing you guys got that dump truck, eh? You're going to need a lot of it.
But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I got a bunch of different things from it, you know, like, and you can buy the jars and you get the brochures, and you can do like layered candles.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's pretty.
But you really have to let it cool for a while.
Yep. That's really cool.
But yeah, and I got the soap making kit, which was really cool. This was the one that Ormsby Farm suggested. So this is just like Casey's.
Oh, heck yeah. I got the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is great. And
that's what I used actually to make my suet blocks.
Yep. And it comes with all the packages, the cutting blades.
Yep.
And then the box that you put the cutter in. So I think it's definitely, I just ordered all the stuff online to make it. So I'm waiting for it to come.
Awesome.
But yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. But Casey at Ormsby Farms, he does.
That looks really nice. I like that.
Yeah, it's really, it smells amazing. And then he's got the soap. I don't have the soap near me. Good thing. So, good night, Vineyard Chicks. Thanks for being here. Ormsby Farm said, yes. Pew, pew, pew.
What?
You remember his video when he did a shout out for us? I showed you the video. I'll show you again.
Oh, yes. How could I forget that?
Oh, beautiful.
Hilarious. Pew, pew, pew.
Ryan and I were doing that all last Sunday. We just couldn't stop it. And it was so funny because I sent Casey a video of the two of us going.
If I'm not mistaken, that's on his merch now, right?
I don't know. Is it?
I think he's got merch. I could be wrong, but I thought I saw that.
Cool. Well, do you guys in the chat have any more questions for Michael and Sarah? I want to see who came in. I see Zombie Prepper is here. Welcome in. Miss Southern Belle is here.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Tiny Tim Posey.
Poopery.
Poopery. Mike, where did you find the car wash candle? I want it. Scott said.
You can have ours.
In the garage.
Yeah, it was on, I think, Quick Trip's website. There was a company, it was a Wisconsin company that made the candle specifically for Quick Trip. I don't know if they still do it, if it was like a one-time deal.
You can have ours.
No, you can't have ours. I love ours. But yeah, I would just maybe I would search Quick Trip Tri-Foam candle and see if they're still making them or not.
That's cool. No worries, Joy. Enjoy your editing. I totally get it. What are the big plans for your garden next year from Vision Acres?
Yeah, so I'm going to make a video on that this weekend. I made an apology in my last upload that I feel like my content's been a little bit light lately. We've been so busy. But I'll be getting back outside in the garden this weekend to Yeah, there's the candle.
Mm-hmm.
What's the company name?
Smith
and Company.
Yeah, something like that. That's the candle.
Elite Day. That's what it's called. Elite Day.
Yeah.
Um,
Port in Wisconsin.
So yeah, I mentioned we had such a rough year in our garden this year. I don't think I want to spend as much time on annuals, and I want to focus on perennials. I mentioned that too. So what I'm going to do, since I've got the salsa business going now, I'm going to do 100% salsa ingredients in our garden. So no beans,
potatoes.
no peas. She still wants potatoes. That's fine. But I'm just going to do garlic, onions, tomatoes, peppers. I think that's about it. I'm going to focus 100% of my garden space on salsa and really ramp up production on our salsa for next year. So
Nice.
I think I'm going to do that. And then we got a lot of perennials here too. The raspberries and the orchard with the apple trees and peach trees and plums and cherries and all that. So we'll have we put 2 hazelnut trees in last year, or this year, I should say. So we've got a lot of perennial stuff to get us through too. So our pantry won't be empty.
Nice. It's nice that when you grow stuff too, you're growing stuff for like a purpose. It's not just throwing everything in the ground. You have a vision for making salsa. I think that's really cool.
Sure. Yep.
Ormsby Farms, I put their question on the screen for you.
You kidding? That'd be awesome.
Vanilla for you.
Vanilla is a great flavor.
We both like flavor.
Are they edible?
I don't know. Eat the candle?
I guess you could eat it. Vanilla, lavender, gunpowder.
No.
I would like gunpowder.
No gunpowder. No. That's gonna be another garage one then.
Whatever.
I like cinnamon.
We've got so many cinnamon things here.
I know. I there's like cinnamon pecan swirl candles all over the house.
Plans for more kids? No.
Yes.
Sarah would like another. Financial me says, you know what? We've got a boy and a girl, close in age, best of both worlds. The only reason I could see having another kid is child security in case something were to happen, but that sounds awful.
That's horrible.
I don't want another kid. I'm good with you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to retire someday.
Amen.
I'm not, it's not completely out of the question for me.
So that's that.
So would anyone like to come join us?
Yeah.
Here, let me put this down here. Did you have any questions for anybody, Michael and Sarah, or anything else you guys want to share?
I think someone wanted me to email them a link.
Okay.
I don't know. Was that about the Quick Trip candle?
Hang on.
If it is, I'll have Michael do it because I don't know.
Okay, it says Scott with Rambling with the Brums wants you to email him the link for the candle that was the tri foam.
Okay, you can do it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Michael's not gonna like that. Rambling with the Brums. Sarah, if you do 3, don't stop till 4.
Yeah, I mean, she comes from a family of 3, and she's
4.
Well, no, I know, but you girls.
Oh yeah, there's 3 of us girls,
and she's the middle. So middle child syndrome is a real thing. You can't stop at 3. Then you got to have 4.
Okay.
How about we just get dogs? We'll get a lot of dogs.
Michael said no more kids. I said 1 more, so we got no.
How's our connection, Lisa?
It's great.
Okay.
I have 6 kids catch up. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, good for you, Jim. Keep it over there.
Miss Southern Belle wants to know, do you collect anything? It's not kids.
Yeah. I've always collected, personally, I've always collected stickers. Yeah, ever since I've got a whole shoebox just filled with stickers I've just collected over the years, and I'm never going to use them for anything, but I've got them. I don't know why.
Do I collect anything?
family
Oh,
sentimental stuff you collect.
Yeah, that and kids' clothes. I don't get rid of anything from our kids in the off chance that we have another. And then also when one of our siblings has kids.
That would be a bad time to tell you that I got a vasectomy, hey? I didn't.
I know.
I was gonna say you didn't
I'm
have that on
trying
GPS
to
location.
Do we have any crafts that you do? I do crafts with the kids all the time.
Show what we did tonight.
Yeah. So my mom's birthday is tomorrow. So
Look away, Peggy, if you're watching.
Yeah. No. So took a white pumpkin, all different colored paint, and I had the kids just stamp their hands all over them. So we have 2 different ones. So she can choose. I always try to do something crafty with the kids. So that's what we did tonight.
Oh, that's really cool.
Are they real pumpkins?
Lisa, can I be a pain in the ass again and jump off and reconnect?
Yeah, can you just answer one quick question? Where do you want to be in 10 years? Someone asked.
Here.
Well, physically, we'll still be here, hopefully. Career-wise,
I want to be a surgical assistant. A really good one.
retired. I mean, I'd love to be retired, but that's not going to happen. So probably with the same company, just I've already got some good seniority in my position. So just see where we can go with that. And hey, if we can make it full-time on YouTube, that would be amazing. But
I want to be here with our family.
Yeah. Yep.
Not just our family, but like with our parents. That's why we bought our house where we are, is because we're a mile away from both of our parents, and we are in the same school district that we went to. And I mean, we even based where we were buying our house with the grocery stores. So because we really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael, you want to head down and come back? I'll take that as a yes because I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, we've got some lag. Let's do that.
Okay. Oh, there's Ricky.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, good. How about you? Long time no see.
Am I lagging as well? I don't know. I can't tell.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. Michael had warned me. He said he was having, he said after a period of time, he has really good internet, but after a period of time being on a live, it kind of gives him a hard time.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I've got, I upgraded actually this year. We used to have internet through our cable company. I think it was 100 megabits down and like, whatever. It was very, very small up, like maybe 2 going up. Gigabits, not megabits, I believe, right? Yeah. No megabits. But they installed fiber in our area this summer. And so I switched over to fiber. So I'm paying less money now for the internet I have, but now I have a gigabit connection. So I increased my connection speed by 10-fold, but I'm paying less money for it. Works out for me.
Awesome.
So you're
That's
saying?
awesome. Yeah, we have cable internet, and it's like I said, I think I've said it before, it's one of the best places that we've had internet and haven't had any issues except for that one time, knock on wood. But other than that, it's been really, really great, so we're pretty blessed.
Yeah, I can remember not a long time ago, but previously it was like the best you could get was like DSL. Right, which was okay, but yeah, cable is much better than even DSL.
Yeah.
Oh, Susie must not have been a nurse. It's a good question. So I graduated nursing school in 2009. So what does that make it? I don't know. What's the current year? I've lost track of how many years.
Wow. Yes,
Ricky Ventures, you're a nurse?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, I'm a nurse.
I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
My mom.
I just heard your wife's surgical tech, so that's awesome.
Yeah. My mom was a registered nurse for
a few months shy of 40 years.
A long time.
So how long? How long have you been doing the surge tech stuff, Sarah?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. And you're back to school. So that's cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep,
awesome.
and working at the same time. So luckily, I'm able to do my clinicals at the facility that I'm at. So it's really nice. And then they already have like guaranteed like a job there for me, so I don't have to leave. So it's perfect.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky, I wanted to, I left you a comment, but well done on that drone footage. That was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
I did see your comment. I haven't responded to you. I was like, well, it's like the guy who does cinematic stuff, which is liked my video. That's pretty cool, I thought. So
Yeah, dude, being right on that river like that and the colors, it was beautiful, man. That's awesome.
that's probably one of the first times where, I mean, there's so much stuff you can do in editing, right? I mean, like that's not, I mean, it was raw footage, and then I did some color editing, and I
Sure.
think that's probably the first time I've done some color editing. And so it's like, I think it made a
awesome.
big difference.
Yeah, congrats, man. That's great.
Yeah.
So some people in the chat were talking about like adopting. I know one of the questions for you, right as you guys went off, was would you guys consider adopting Michael and Sarah?
Wait, somebody wants to adopt us?
No, they wanted to know if you would consider adopting.
I would.
Well, yeah, I
you.
would, but I don't necessarily want another child.
Well, yeah, even if it was ours.
Yeah.
Coming from like a trauma center, you would see like non-accidental traumas, and that was the hardest thing for me to, witness or take care of those kids, because like, I mean, I work at children, so you hear non-accidental trauma, and then you see like this infant or this toddler or even like an adolescent come in, and then you're just like, oh my God, I just want to take you home with me and love you and care for you because you deserve that. And so I would absolutely, easily, hands down, adopt. I would.
This is what happens, Mike, right? You let one come in, and then it's two, and then the doors open, right? Like then they went three, they went four.
Yep, the floodgates. Come on.
Just got to run that natural clock out, Ricky.
We would totally adopt you, Mike and Sarah.
That'd be awesome.
Hey, it's Monica.
Hey, Monica.
Hey.
I'm going to grab a glass of water. I'll be right back.
Sounds good.
Okay, well, I just wanted to come on here and say we tried your salsa on Wednesday night, and we used it. I used it in our stuffed peppers because I had a bunch of peppers in the garden. Everything's still rolling here in Texas. And I put the hot. I did the mild. The mild's gone. So I put the hot version on half the peppers. And Eric was eating them. He's like, whoa, this is really hot. And I'm like, in more than one scoopy scoop, it gets hot. And the little kids, the 5-year-old was eating it. He was like, this is hot. I need something else, Mom. And I'm like, yeah, you might want to back off the heat. So the mild is gone. The hot is almost gone. And the Inferno is still sitting there. So
she was a little salty with Beard's review of the Inferno.
I have to say, he's already said, he was like, it has a good flavor. And I'm like, yeah, it does. But when he used it again, he was like, this is really good, but it's getting hot now. And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's getting hot.
That Inferno, it takes a while to kick in those ghost peppers, but
yeah, you like eat it. And he's like, yeah, this is getting hot. I'm like,
Your kids are pretty tough though. I mean, like, especially like you letting them try it. I'm like, oh no, don't let them. Oh my God.
The 5-year-old eats like ridiculous stuff that I don't even eat. I'm like, you probably don't want to eat that. He's like, it's fine, Mom. He eats hot sauce. Like I make fermented hot sauce, and this stuff is hot. Like I don't use sweet peppers in my fermented hot sauce. It's like straight heat. And the 5-year-old like, this is so good. Pour it on my stuff. I'm like, no, dude. Nope.
Yeah, the 5-year-old was upset in your live. You weren't gonna let him try it at first, right?
Yeah, he was super mad. He was super mad. I was like, whatever, dude, settle down. I haven't done the honey yet. I'm waiting to try that. So
yeah. Did you see Vision Acres video on the honey?
I did. I watched it. I was like, yes. Well, I made last night. I made a dinner. I have a garlic honey. It's garlic, honey, some like coconut aminos or soy sauce or whatever. And then you mix it all together, and it's like a real nice, like saucy type of chicken. and I almost used her hot honey, but I was like, no, dude, I'm going to kill these kids. Like they will die. I cannot do that. So I waited, and I'm going to have, have Eric try it separate.
That's great. I love that. I
make
love
it
seeing and
spoon.
hearing people using stuff that we make. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I watched that video and I laughed so hard
Yeah.
about Mike, because I would do the same thing. Like, you get it and you're eating it all day and then you bring it home and Chelsea's like, what, you already opened it?
Yeah.
And then you're making it on stuff, and Chelsea's face was like this. She was like,
I was laughing when he brought the little bowl over, and she was like, okay. And she like dipped it. She's like, no, it's not bad. And then she's like, never mind. Nope.
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel it now. And then she like grabbed her big like milk mug. She's like dumping it down.
Alicia, I've already adopted them. It's too late.
I ruined it.
Everybody's adopted in the Green Acres. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
adopting.
my dad did.
Well,
Brian
always-
and I are adopting the Green Acre.
We always joke about, we were joking one time in one of the chats about how we watch a lot of YouTube channels. And yeah, that's hilarious. But it was funny because I was replaying your Country Mama interview, and I was in the shower and I'm listening to it. And we got to the story and I was like, oh my word, this is so ridiculous. I was laughing so hard. My kids have no idea, but I'm laughing as I'm in the shower in the hall. I'm like, oh my word, these kids are going to think there's some goings on in the shower. I was by myself, thankfully, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. But I listen to a lot of YouTube.
What's going on there?
Yeah, I put the phone on the edge, like by the like side of the shower, and I just hop in the shower and let videos run out, or I listen because I can still listen and get some playtime. So I was listening, and when you all said that, I about died. I was like, oh my word, this is so funny.
Let
So,
it be a PSA.
Yes, a fair warning.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. I want to ask the folks in the chat, and Monica, you were down there, and I know Ricky was too. But as a mod, Monica, is Nightbot's all behaving? There were no issues after I fixed that.
After you fixed him, he calmed down. His first lesson was he gave the homesteading pastor a warning. I'm like, oh snap. And it was like, he wasn't even like nice. Nightbot was like, oh yeah, settle down there. Stop the spamming. And I'm like, oh, homesteading pastor spamming. Nightbot has an attitude. I was like, oh, my bad. It was so funny.
Oh, poor Pastor Lon. I'm glad I apologized to him.
Well, and then eventually the homestead Jim said something. He said something about the Nightbot being a douche, and I started laughing, and it said approve or not, and I'm like, approve. So I let it go through. But I was like,
So
Nightbot's
why did
not
you set
getting
up
into heaven.
Nightbot to begin with? I mean, I've thought about it, but I don't. What's the use of Nightbot? I guess.
I'm not savvy enough, so I don't know how to do it yet.
Okay,
It's pretty
so,
much moderator, right?
yeah, it's a moderator, but I'm trying to say it because I really don't want to bring this person in here. So I'm just trying to be careful. For those of us in the community, right, who've been on lives, we notice that was my chair, not me.
Yeah, sure.
I
Thanks
dropped
for
the
that.
candle when I was
Chair.
sharing the candle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So what
Might want to light one of them candles.
Yeah. Smell that candle. So for those of you who have been in lives in the homesteading community, you know that some folks have been showing up. And I don't want that person in here if I can. And
Okay.
so I became concerned because I was in several lives and you were not able to block certain things. It was an eye-opening thing that kind of just said to me, it's time to put on something to protect the live.
Yeah, for sure.
So Ricky, if you want to message me, or anybody, if you want to message me, I'm happy to go deeper, but I'll leave it at that.
No, I just wondered, yeah, because I've thought about putting Nightbot involved. I think I saw somebody else's channel where they had them where you could type drop and it'll just drop your link in the live too, right? I assume it's a setting inside of Nightbot, but yeah,
I
I
don't
haven't
know
really looked
that.
at him that much.
Okay, look, there's an app. There is a thing. I have it on my laptop, and I need to find it so I can like drop it to some of y'all that are
Yes.
mods. But there's this thing, and it's an extension you get on your I have Google Chrome. I have a laptop, but it works on my PC too. And I can't think of the name of it. I'm going to find it and drop it to you guys. I paid for it. It was like $10 for the whole year. And what happens is when I'm modding or any just time I'm on a channel, as long as I'm under my Bland's Promised Land Ranch, when I'm in a chat, as soon as the chat opens up and I show up, all of the names are highlighted in this color. And all I have to do is right click, and in a brand new tab, that channel opens up. I quickly click the channel. I just go right to the tab. I highlight it, copy, paste it right into the link. It's done in a second. It does all the work for me. It is so easy. I'm like, oh my word, this is worth $10. You can do it for free for like a couple weeks or whatever. But I was like, you know what? If I'm able to help out my community and do this in my own channel, because I didn't know, Lisa was like, oh, I'll mod for you. And I'm like, okay. But I felt bad like asking if people would be interested in doing that. But I'll tell you what, it is so easy. I'm able to drop links so fast. All I had to do was click on your name and it's there. And then I went and searched your video on it's so fast. I just need to find the email for that extension so that I can send it to y'all, because it is amazing.
That's
so
cool.
what is the benefit of having that over doing it from your phone? Because I can do it pretty quick from my phone.
See, on my phone, I can't link anything. Like on my phone, I can't like @ symbol and highlight people. So on my phone, if I hit the @ symbol, it immediately fills in their name. I just hit enter and now the name is up. Like on my tablet, on my laptop or my computer, but on my phone, it doesn't do that.
Yeah, same with mine.
Okay.
I don't think the mobile app does it right.
So I wonder, because right now I'm in the chat, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm going to minimize my window.
Yeah.
And then I go to search and I put, because I've searched.
Type the name in.
Well, yeah. And it usually comes up because I know them.
Yeah.
Click on it. About.
Share.
Copy.
Yeah.
Now, I think so I just posted Bramble Hill, but I think the thing that is challenging is when somebody doesn't have a unique URL.
Sure. And that's hard too. Plus, like you just posted Bramble Hill, right? But you didn't @ her. So if she doesn't have a unique URL, I don't know that that's Bramble Hill. I have no idea who that is. So you have to take the time to type out Bramble Homestead. Boom. Now, if I do it, all I have to do is come back to my chat, hit @ Bramble Hill automatically populates. I click enter, or I just, click it. And then I just copy paste. I'm control C and everything. I just go up, copy, control V, control C, control V. It's done in like seconds.
Yeah.
I love it. I pulled up tonight. I was clicking on people's links. I picked up like 5 people at a time, had 5 brand new tabs open. And I went through the tabs one by one, clicked, copied, and then closed the tab. Click, copy, to close the tab. Yeah, and Dale, I was thinking about Brenda Baker yesterday. I know they mod for so many people. And I was just like, I told Eric last night, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get that link and like send it to people and be like, hey, reach out.
Easier. So yeah.
It is so much easier. So yes, and Dale, I will reach out to you and get that to you.
I think it was
Miss Southern Belle said she doesn't trust Nightbot. I'd like to know what you know about that. And then Joe Bless Life said $10 one time or a month. Was that your app?
No, the app or whatever. It's like $10 for like the whole year, I think. And Dale, you can actually get the app for your phone too. And I think it costs a little bit more, but you can. I'll send it. I'll send you the thing. Sorry, 5-year-old's waving all of a sudden.
There's a little kid.
He came to give me a hug, just a random hug. He must be doing something naughty or it's bedtime. So he came in, gave me a hug, waved hi, and rolled out. So
he wants more of the Green Acre salsa is what he wants.
Yeah, that's right.
No, you know what was happening earlier when I was modding, I had headphones on, and every now and then I'd hear everybody flipping out. The 5-year-old was in there playing Fortnite when he wasn't supposed to, playing against Eric. And Eric was losing to the 7-year-old. And Eric's like, are you serious right now? Who's playing? And they're like, yeah, the 7-year-old's in there. Eric was getting destroyed by these little kids in Fortnite. So I was like, I don't know how long I'll be able to come up on here and say hi, because if he starts flipping out in the other room, he's in there playing against the kids. They're only allowed to play within the house. You can't play against other people. We don't trust the internet.
Miss Southern Belle said, you guys clean your YouTube history. It helps your computer run better. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, we do that too.
But Miss Southern Belle, I'd love to know more about
New
your
internet
concerns with Nightbot, because I was more concerned with having somebody come into the chat that I did not want in the chat and was posting inappropriate stuff and is a known hacker.
I've been salty with Nightbot ever since Tim's Thursday Night Lives, and it would never choose me. So Nightbot and I don't get along because of that.
You can also like just block people. I mean, you can block people from your YouTube too, right? At your channel, you can block them, and then they can't get into your live, right?
I
would think so.
have found that did not always work. I've heard of that not working, so that's why I did Nightbot.
Okay, because I did do that for somebody that was in one of my lives. That was me. It was a foreign name, right? Foreign country, and they were just throwing stuff out there, and I blocked them, and they're in the by block list. I haven't seen them since.
Ricky, they were just trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
What Stream Elements? Is that on StreamYard?
Joy, do you know much about Stream Elements? Do you use it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Leanne at Mennonite Farmhouse, they do. They have more than one account that certain people do. And they'll keep coming back on and on and on.
Correct. And so, yeah, I was putting troll names in to block them.
Oh, Jake's here. Hey, Jake.
Hey, Jake at Nunya. Stream Elements.
Yeah, there was some other
I'll
live
check
I was
that
in
out.
it today, and like the troll came in like you said with like 4 different names. And they had to block all of them, right? But yeah, they kept showing up with a different name, so it was crazy.
Correct.
Yeah, they did that over at Boots and Bounty a couple weeks ago. It was crazy.
Correct.
It was nonstop. They kept coming back in the chat, and both Casey and Steven were like, "Nope."
What is the? I mean, they're not able to drop links or anything, right? So what is the point of them wasting their time doing it? They don't have anything better to do.
Drop bad words and things like that, right?
Yeah, you start dropping all kinds of foul language and saying inappropriate things. It could be bad.
That's just somebody's pastime. Hey, I'm just gonna go into some random live and start cussing.
Well, and they probably go into your live because they can hack into other things associated with your channel while you're live.
Well, think about it too. Think about how idiotic people are, though. Like when I was younger, my brother's like 4 years younger than me. And I forget one time I was married. I was married at 18. So like things that stupid young people do don't resonate with me because I was like, when I was your age, I say that. I'm like an old person and I say that all the time. But my brother was like 17 or 18 and he was like, yeah, we just came back, such and such, his friend. He was like, we were at the park and he went outside and he pooped on the ground. It was so funny. And I'm like, what? He pooped on the ground? They thought it was the most hilarious thing that he pooped on the. I'm like, what? Why would people do that? He's like, I don't know. It was funny. And I'm like, people are idiots. Why would you? What? But like that stuff hits me, and I'm like, yeah, people are just dumb.
I don't think they're real people either, right? I mean, they could be, but more than likely it's a bot, right? That's been programmed by somebody, and so that's the bot is probably running around looking for channels, logging into lives, and then doing stuff, right? So
it's just people are weird.
Yeah. Again, why would someone do that? It's just stupid.
Yeah. And I think sometimes they are people, though. Somebody was saying they're probably, you were saying that might be bots, but I think sometimes they are real people because on that one particular stream with Boots and Bounty, the person was responding directly to Steven and Casey. They were like, wait, why? What do we do? And I'm like, no, this person knows they're saying stupid things and being bad and stuff. So, yeah. And they kept saying, they were like, no, sorry.
That's weird.
So, yeah, this person was responding.
Like you're saying, Mike, what's the point? Like, that's
really
just a waste of time, right?
Yeah, people are just idiots.
Yeah, and Miss Southern Belle was just saying, be careful letting someone up, and I couldn't agree more. Like if somebody, I will not let somebody up if I don't know who they are, and I also won't let them up if I can't see them on camera. Like you need to be able to come on camera, or I'm not letting you on.
Well, that was with Courtney a couple weeks ago too. Somebody kept trying to come up, and she was like, "No, thank you." And they kept coming up with all these different channel names, and she's like, "Nope, they're not coming up either." And she kept saying, "Oh yeah, they're trying to come up here." I was like, "That's crazy."
Yeah,
absolutely crazy. I just things you don't think about until you're in that, and then you're like, "Wow, okay."
Hey, Earl, the Reef Robber, welcome in. But yeah, and I'll probably start doing things the way, Courtney does them, where she won't post the link. She'll email you.
Yeah.
Carla
said, Carla said we used to knock on doors and run, prank call random numbers. Funny how times have changed.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember when people got caller ID, it just wrecked my life. I'm like, shoot, I can't prank call people.
You can't call them and ask them if the refrigerator's running, right? So
Yeah.
That
You
was
better go
actually a
check
thing. My
Absolutely.
kids would never believe that now. They wouldn't know a world where you couldn't tell who was calling you.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Scary
true.
times.
So true.
there's lots of times where even I just don't even answer the phone anymore, right? That's what my voicemail's for, right? Like
Yep.
it's a privilege for me to answer the phone to talk to you. Right?
Right.
Well, you know what's real funny is then you have the people that get super mad when you don't respond to them. And
Yeah.
I'm like, hi, you know what? I have a bunch of people constantly I'm dealing with. My
Yep.
family that I'm always, do you think this is attached to me? Yes. You know what? Sometimes it is, but guess what? I don't care enough right now to answer what you're dealing with.
That's what voicemail's for, right? Leave a message and I'll
Yep.
get back to you, right? So
Yep.
What in the world, Carl?
Let him
you have
out.
Prince Albert in a can. Yeah. You better let him out.
Oh my gosh.
The
Yeah.
Southern Belle said she's got a person or let me go back to it. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Miss
So I don't
Southern Belle
speak out
says she
of it.
hides her thumbs up and thumbs down now.
Why?
She has a troll that thumbs her down.
Oh, I see that. That's crazy.
But isn't any interactions a good? I mean, any interaction is an interaction.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, right? I think they count the same, don't they? But still, it probably looks bad.
I'm not as worried about thumbs down. I mean, it's funny on my latest video, I got more than I get, and I laughed at it. Not to be mean, to me, it's like I feel like people are watching it and forming an opinion. They have every right to form an opinion.
Hey,
I didn't,
Yeah.
thumbs up or thumb down, it doesn't matter. It's still
And
it's
maybe
still,
the people that
feedback or whatever. It gets your channel out there.
and maybe
Well,
the person
I-
that does a thumbs
Warning,
down,
but-
they don't come back, right? Maybe it doesn't get
Yeah.
advertised to them again. But
Yeah.
right. But
Well,
the thumbs up-
we get thumbs down all the time for our beef videos. Anytime we do anything that has to do with like beef for food or like castrating the pigs or anything, thumbs down. I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah.
well, where do people
don't come
think
see us
this-
if you don't like
where,
it.
Where do they think this stuff comes from, though? Right? I mean,
Tell it, Ricky, the grocery store.
Don't put those leather shoes on then, honey.
Well, hey, I think we're gonna probably jump off here, relieve my sister, and get the kiddos to bed or kiddo.
Absolutely. I was just going to ask you that because I know it's been a long time for you guys, but we really enjoyed having you on and we really do want to adopt you.
Well,
great
thanks.
hearing you guys.
You guys are awesome. We really appreciate it. Thanks for being here. Hope you have a great evening.
You as well.
Thank you. We had a blast.
Good night.
See
All
ya.
right, guys.
Bye, guys. Bye, chat.
Bye. They're
Mikey,
awesome.
It's
Mikey
because
Vision Acre said it's because that viewer has a
there's
beef
a
with you.
Yeah, I was just reading it too.
They're anti-beef. They're like, no. Look, he's giving thumbs up in this picture.
Yeah.
I block this account if I see them in other channels. So they don't follow me to other people. Yeah, that's a good idea.
I've been lucky enough that I haven't really have any trolls for that too much, so maybe I'll stay that way. Fingers crossed.
Night,
I haven't
Uncle
yet.
Al. I don't know if Uncle Al was saying good night to Michael and Sarah or to me. So I'm going to say good night, Uncle Al.
Good night, Uncle Al, if you're leaving.
If you guys haven't watched Die Bullfrog 79, you got to check out Uncle Al. He's awesome.
He is so smart.
He said the vegans are the
Vegans.
ones.
The vegans.
The vegans, yeah.
They're the ones with the beef with me.
Yeah, that makes sense. I totally get that.
Well, it's like I was telling you, Yogi, on when we were talking earlier on my live about that one video at the Black Beach, right? But it's all that mining tales that are there. Like I've got thumbs down on that. I'm assuming because of the content in it, but like I don't care.
Yeah. I've told people all along, like a thumbs down. This is the way I look at it. I'm assuming you watched my video, and if you don't like it, you're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah.
And I get a thumbs down, but at least I feel like, okay, well, you watched it and you gave your opinion. That's cool.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I always tell my kids. You don't have to like what's happening. You don't have to like what you're dealing with. You just have to have your opinion, and you can keep your opinion to yourself. You don't always have to offer your opinion, But if you
Right.
want to, that's fine. You can formulate that and you can, go on with your life. And if somebody asks, now obviously on YouTube, we're asking for your opinion. If we put it out there, we're obviously asking for you to give your opinion. We're asking you to give a thumbs up or a thumbs down or, share
Yeah.
it. And if we're asking for it, we can't be angry about it. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's funny. Every time I get a thumbs down, I'm like, oh, hey.
I mean, and you don't have to do it, right? Like it's an option on YouTube. I think by default it doesn't turn it on, right?
Do what?
By default, it's not turned on, right? You have to click it on, I think.
I don't know. I think ours is always just on. Maybe I
think
just
in my-
always leave it
In
on.
my case, the default, it's always off, I think.
The thumbs, the like or likes.
The like or dislike button. Yeah.
Oh, I think mine's always on. It's just there. I mean, that's the thing. We're asking for we're asking for it, so it's there. And I'm glad that people are having feedback. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
I'm not everyone's cup of tea either.
Yeah, me neither. And that's okay because it's a beautiful world.
Yeah. Look, Alicia said, not all of us plant eaters are mean to those who raise your own meat. I try to be very diplomatic. Yep. And it's true. And that's exactly it, and I appreciate that about Alicia, because Alicia's like, look, it's just the way I do my life. It's no big deal.
Yeah, I told Alicia on Instagram, I said, I messaged her and I said, well, Monica, you were in there. I was like,
Yeah.
Alicia, stay away from my story on Instagram for a few days.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when it's safe again because it had the antelope. And she was like, thank you.
I'll go watch Sherman videos. Yeah. And that's important, Yeah. 4 thumbs down on one video. Hey, that means 4 people took time to watch what you had to say.
I think I was like taken back the first time I got a thumbs down. Like, oh, why did somebody not like that? But then the more I thought about it, it's like, yeah, they just didn't like it. So or maybe they were trying to be mean. I don't know. I doubt they were trying to be mean though.
Ryan works in the mining industry, Ricky, so I totally understand the thumbs down you're getting.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's opinions on both sides, right? So
Absolutely.
Yep, it's true.
Hey,
And
Daz.
that's what, like Alicia said, I hate being painted with that brush. It's very true, because that's a lot of times people think that I'm a certain way because I'm a Christian and I have Bland's Promised Land Ranch. Like, oh, she's a Bible thumper. Like, that's a thing. Oh, she has 8 kids. She must be that person. Well, whatever, dude. No, I'm not that person. I mean, I'm not wacky. I mean, I can be wacky, but it's just that's the thing. People have certain perceptions of who you are because.
Should we go ask Eric if you're wacky or not?
He'll tell you. Wait,
Charles,
he's in there. Didn't you just hear him in there yelling around? He's yelling at a video game right now. I'm the wacky one.
I heard him.
Did you hear him? Eventually, the home said, tell Eric to settle down.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Is Daz in here?
Oh, there it is.
Daz.
Daz.
Hey, Backwoods
My
Mindset.
family. Hey, everybody. Look,
Backwoods in here.
the 13-year-old's trying to give me a headset, so I don't have to.
Are you being too loud?
I guess so.
Are we being too loud?
Apparently,
Everybody else was being loud.
apparently, everybody else is being too loud.
Everybody else was
Oh my gosh. Well, we're gonna close it up. We'll make it easier on them.
Yeah, Mike said, Monica, people ask me if I don't drink because Jesus told me to. Silly. People are so silly. Yeah. Yes, Mennonite farmhouse. Yes, full stereotype right there.
What about my channel name? Full stereotype.
Yeah. I love Leanne.
Yeah. Well, she just said that she's the same age as me. I couldn't believe that. I'm like, no way. She's got to be in her 30s.
When I see their name, The Promised Land, I don't know if you've watched VeggieTales before, but there's a VeggieTales story about where they do we're going. I'm in the Promised Land. It's gonna be so grand. We'll get the fill from the grill as much as we can. But that just goes through my head, right?
That's us right there. Yep, exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Wow, that was good timing. Did you see what I put on the screen?
Yeah, exactly. He must have lost to the little
Because
kid.
You know what you should do? You should
Go in there.
No, you should get really close to him and then turn the computer volume up and I'll scream.
Oh no!
Hold on.
Everybody hold your ears.
It's going down.
Hold your ears.
Everybody, put your stuff on mute.
Language. Stop! You're messing the game up.
You messed this game up, Lisa.
No, for real.
He's gonna lose now.
That's right, Ryan.
Well, he was going to lose beforehand, Yogi, so don't worry about it.
I'm probably gonna have to peel Ryan off the ceiling.
Who is he? You just scared the living life out of Ryan.
He's in bed, so he probably.
Who is he playing against? Oh, he's gonna lose against the 11-year-old, so it's fine.
Ain't no way, Masty.
Oh,
Eric just stroked out.
he's like, stop! Don't talk to me. I'm trying to play, and he was like, hi.
Yeah. Then he's political. He's like,
He didn't know he was on camera, probably.
And then he
Such a
talked back
diva.
into the thing. He's like, I'm gonna die. Mom just messed me up. He's in there telling him now that I just got the computer.
oh, you guys are hilarious.
Gotta have
Well,
fun.
guys, I think we're gonna call it a night tonight.
All right. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me
thank-
on. Thanks for
I
joining
bet
me
everything's
live
good
earlier.
for bed.
too.
Thanks for being here. Monica's like, don't let me leave. Please don't leave me. I have to go in
No.
the living room.
It's apparent that the kids aren't going to go to bed on their own, so I'm going to go ahead and
Someone's got to round them up. Yep.
round them up.
All right.
Well, you
Good night,
guys are
everybody.
awesome.
Good night, chat.
Have a good night,
ya.
everybody. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.
See ya.
Bye. All right. Bye, y'all. We love you. Take care. Thanks for being here. We had fun too. Night, everyone.